John F. Kennedy, born in Brookline, Massachusetts in 1917, came from a wealthy, politically connected family. His father, Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., was a successful businessman and U.S. ambassador to the UK. His mother, Rose Kennedy, instilled in him ambition and public service. Kennedy attended Harvard University, developing his intellectual curiosity. After serving in the Navy during World War II, he entered politics. He won a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives in 1946. In 1952, he was elected to the U.S. Senate. He married Jacqueline Bouvier in 1953, adding to the Kennedy mystique. Kennedy's rise in Massachusetts politics was swift and strategic. He possessed an undeniable charm and a natural ability to connect with voters. His family's wealth and influence played a role, but his political acumen and charisma set him apart. In Congress, he focused on labor rights and social welfare programs. He gained a reputation for his thoughtful approach to foreign policy. His book, Profiles in Courage, won a Pulitzer Prize and enhanced his image. By the late 50s, Kennedy aimed for the White House. The 1960 presidential election was a pivotal moment in American history. The Cold War was at its peak, and the nation was grappling with issues of civil rights and social change. Kennedy, at the age of 43, decided to seek the Democratic nomination for president. He faced a crowded field of Democratic contenders, including Senate Majority Leader Lyndon B. Johnson. However, Kennedy's charisma, his family's political connections, and his ability to appeal to a broad range of voters propelled him to victory in the primaries. His choice of Lyndon B. Johnson, a seasoned politician from Texas, as his running mate was a strategic move to balance the ticket and appeal to Southern voters. The campaign was intense and closely contested, with television playing a crucial role for the first time. The famous Kennedy-Nixon debates, televised nationally, allowed voters to see the candidates side by side and compare their styles and positions on key issues. Section 4, A Nation Divided, Kennedy versus Nixon. The 1960 election pitted John F. Kennedy against the incumbent Vice President Richard Nixon. Nixon, a seasoned politician with a reputation for toughness and experience, represented continuity and stability. Kennedy, on the other hand, offered a vision of youthful vigor and a new frontier for America. The election was incredibly close, with Kennedy winning by a razor-thin margin in the popular vote. Several factors contributed to his victory. His performance in the televised debates was widely seen as superior to Nixon's. He effectively articulated his vision for America, appealing to the hopes and aspirations of a nation on the cusp of change. Moreover, Kennedy benefited from the enthusiastic support of African American voters who were inspired by his commitment to civil rights. His phone call to Coretta Scott King, wife of the imprisoned Martin Luther King Jr., during the campaign demonstrated his empathy and solidified his support among black voters. Section 5. A New Frontier, The Legacy of JFK. John F. Kennedy's victory in 1960 ushered in a new era in American politics and culture. His presidency, though tragically cut short by his assassination in 1963, left an indelible mark on the nation. His eloquent speeches inspired a generation to believe in the power of public service and to strive for a more just and equitable society. He challenged Americans to reach for the stars with his bold vision of landing a man on the moon before the end of the decade. His administration also grappled with the challenges of the Cold War, navigating the Cuban Missile Crisis with a combination of diplomacy and resolve. Though his time in office was brief, John F. Kennedy's legacy continues to resonate today. He embodied a spirit of optimism, energy, and a belief in the power of America to achieve great things. His presidency marked a turning point in American history, inspiring a new generation to embrace the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly changing world.